What's up, everybody? I'm Kyle Losser,
Kendrick Harrison,
and we're back again, Redzone Ramblin. As always, here to bring you some more football knowledge. So, there's been a lot of stuff going on with Urban Meyer recently.
Yeah.
What's going on? Just give me the lowdown.
I mean, so basically, Urban Meyer, if you don't know, is the head coach at Ohio State, three-time national champion winning head coach. For all intents and purposes, great coach. I mean, it's like a 90% win rate. He recently just got suspended for 3 games. For failing to properly communicate with school compliance officials, what they called it. Stuff that was going on with assistant head coach Zach Smith, who, I mean, he's been with Urban Meyer for like 10 years, since 2009, and just has had a string of, I mean, all kinds of crazy behavior. I mean, so it started off like 2009, he got arrested for battery on a pregnant woman who was his wife.
Is that the same wife?
Yeah, same wife, same lady, Courtney Smith.
And that one was out. That was out in the public.
Yeah, arrested in 2009. Urban Meyer knew about it. But it was funny when he got. That was when he was at Florida. When he hired him at OSU, he didn't tell OSU about it.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
I didn't know that.
He didn't tell him about it. But in 2013, he got arrested for DUI. 2014, for a high school recruiting trip, he took the high school coaches out to a strip club.
Very nice.
All right, and then he was in 2014, 2016. He was misusing school credit cards. He had another DUI. He took lewd pics, we'll say, himself at the office and sending them out. And when they won the national championship in 2014,
was his nameplate in the picture? Did he have it like his leg? Was he posted up on his desk?
That's not me.
Like this,
his desk,
and then it's like the censor bar was his nameplate.
The Ohio State University cup in the mug. But it gets even crazier. When they won the national championship in 2014, they visited the White House in 2015. He took pics. He took sexually pornographic pics of himself in the White House. That's how wild this dude was going. He had an affair with the secretary of the school. And once his wife filed for divorce, he got arrested.
Hold on.
Yeah, this is a long list. But hold on, let me get through this long list. Once his wife filed for divorce, he got charged with criminal trespassing because he showed up on her lawn drunk. And then he got a domestic violence protection order put against him in 2015. So there's this guy, like Zach Smith, is just a long streak of just being a scumbag, basically. And Urban Meyer has known about it for the longest time. And what caught him was he finally got fired this year, 2018, for another arrest he had once the domestic violence protection order got put out for showing up on his divorced wife's lawn drunk and threatening her and stuff like that. So he gets fired, and then the media questions Urban Meyer about it. He says, yeah, I knew about something in 2019, asked about 2015, which is when he got arrested again. He said, no, I don't know anything about it. When there are texts and pictures sent to his wife from them, which he obviously knew about it, and then he later said, yeah, I didn't know about it.
Yeah.
But he was like, I didn't mean to mislead, I just wasn't ready for the questions.
I heard that. I keep hearing that quote.
His first press conference was a mess.
Yeah.
He obviously lied, and then he tried to cover it up. And then, so the second press conference, he kind of admitted to it. But when they asked him, this is what got me. When they asked him, what he would say to, Courtney Smith or something like that.
I was going to bring this up, too.
And I was like, he didn't apologize to her at all. He addressed Buckeye Nation. He's I apologize to everyone involved.
He put himself in the same boat as someone a victim of domestic abuse. He totally lumps himself in that same category, and that's when you start to. Because I tried really hard to empathize.
Yeah, we had talked about this before.
Yeah, exactly. When the story first broke, me and Kendrick had talked about it, and I was trying to understand kind of where this guy's coming from. He doesn't control what the other guy does. I get that, and I didn't know to the extent that he was trying to cover up, and that's where the problem lies.
Yeah.
In my opinion, and I think in your opinion too.
Yeah, because it wasn't. I mean, you can say that it wasn't covered up. That's fine. There's not enough conclusive evidence that he was covering up. Because they were saying he took medicine that gave him memory loss. That they went even that far, saying that kind of stuff. And then he had his wife had all the texts from it, but magically his phone only had text from this year, stuff like that.
Right.
So, but anyway, what got me was that second press conference. Why I thought he should have been fired because before I was he needs to get suspended because obviously he didn't break the law. He didn't he wasn't acting on it. He wasn't doing domestic violence, stuff like that. But he should have told the AD. He should have brought stuff up. But if technically he wasn't getting charged for it, then technically he doesn't have to. But it was it's still obviously a shitty thing to do.
Right.
When you look back at his history of Florida and all the stuff that was there, he had 25 players arrested 31 times. and stuff like that.
All right, so
but like when he couldn't even apologize to her, and like you would tell his press conference, he was just reading like a canned off response. I was like, this is a dude who was just low in moral fiber. He would not mention her at all. He wouldn't look at her in the first press conference, and when he mentioned her by name and gave him a chance to like show any emotion at all, or like what's the word I'm looking for, like any sympathy towards her, like he wouldn't address it. He kept addressing Buckeye Nation, said he was sorry about everything. It's like he was involving himself in it. It would not take any credit for like, I'm not saying him not reporting it made it worse, but like when you know stuff's going on, like he went as far as to hire a counselor for them. Like obviously he knew stuff was going on, like, but he denied it. You know, like this woman's getting beat. There are texts saying like where he choked her out multiple times, and like you're just keeping this guy on for literally a decade. Like,
and we're not debating what Zach Smith did was wrong. We're debating if we're not even debating it anymore. We're just saying Urban Meyer, his cover up was also bad. And like you're also a bad person for covering up someone's horrible acts as well. So this is what I wanted to bring up. There was a tweet that came out, and I'm just going to read you some stuff and put this in perspective, and I'll leave it at this, and we can just leave it for the viewers to kind of think about. So Terrell Pryor was suspended 5 games for selling gear in exchange for tattoos. Todd Gurley was suspended 4 games for accepting $3,000 cash to autograph memorabilia. And 9 UNC football players were suspended 4 games for selling sneakers in exchange for up to $2,500.
Sneakers that were given to them as gifts.
Right. Like, okay? All that and many more cases. Compared to Urban Meyer, who got suspended 3 games for covering up a crime.
Yeah. And with that
illegal activity he got caught up in, and he was covering it up, and he got suspended 3 games.
And with that 3-game suspension, the first game, like he can't do any team activities. After the first game, he can oversee practices for the next games. Just get down the field.
It's insane.
But like the thing with those, the NCAA did that. This was the OSU doing the investigation. They were handed down. The NCAA has not stepped in at all, but they'll step in on dumb stuff like that, which is ridiculous.
Right, and they also not that I was ever the biggest Ohio State fan, but they did lose. They lost me even more now when they decided to essentially put their football program over moral standards.
They doubled down on the dude. Like,
they doubled down.
It's crazy.
They doubled down. So that's all we got. We'll be coming at you more regularly, like Kendrick's bowel movements in the upcoming.
My bowel movements are not a joking matter.
In the upcoming weeks, we'll have like a kind of a schedule that we're going to work by a little bit. Probably be in the mornings, probably be like Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We'll hammer out with details and let you guys know. Keep watching. Take it easy.